Well, good evening and welcome to this edition of the Island Stat Football Show. I'm your host, Earl Bearston. Joining me is Garrett Punchy Dill, and we will soon be joined by Coach Keita Robinson, who is on her way into the show very shortly. But it's the FA Challenge Cup first round that took place this week. Let's take a look at the results from this first round that we've had thus far, because there is a match due to start in about 29 minutes at the BAA Field, where the Denny Town Hornets will host the Somerset Trojans. But on Thursday night, it was the Boulevard Blazers 0, St. George's Colts 8. On Friday night at the Devonshire Recreation Club, it was Devonshire Cougars 6, Robin Hood 3. And then yesterday at the Southampton Oval, it was Southampton Rangers 0, PAC Zebras 4. And then in today's matches at Police Field, it was Devonshire Colts 1, St. David's 0. At Lords and St. David's, it was Crossroads 1, Tough Dogs 1. That match will be decided by kicks from the penalty mark after extra time did not produce another goal. And it was Tough Dogs who have eliminated Crossroads 5-3 on those kicks from the penalty mark. At the Wellington Oval, it was Hamilton Parish 3, Paget Lions 2. And at Bernards Park, the defending champions, North Village Rams, defeated Young Man Social Club 3-0. Punchy, 7 matches so far. They've produced 32 goals in regulation and in extra time, and still want to play. That's a lot of goals we've had in just 7 matches, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's quite a bit of goals. So you're talking about almost like 5 goals per game, almost. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
When you look at the who played who, and you're like, whoa, wow, that one, like even today's game, North Village and Social Club, 3. Then there's 4 up Rangers between Rangers and PHC. Yeah, it's kind of
on Devonshire Rack.
Yeah. Well, it's like
BA with St. George's and Boulevard. That's where it comes up. Yeah.
Yeah. I never expected that score.
Just Boulevard game, because that set the tone for the week of what we were about to witness in this FA Challenge Cup first round. Here's a team, Boulevard in the first division, St. George's in the Premier Division. St. George's still looking to find their way, get themselves back on track, and they just didn't let Boulevard breathe in this match. And you get Paul Simons, who we talked about a lot last year with PHC. He transferred to St. George's, but we haven't heard much from him. But here he is, popped up with a hat trick. You have Blaze Hole and Drew Daniels both coming up with 2 goals each, and Cash Hole. Now that the Hole brothers are back, if Paul Simons is back now from a layoff, and if they can get Jonte up and running, St. George's could start seeing those quote-unquote glory days of last year come back, because now teams will have to defend them. Before, they weren't defending them.
Yeah, don't forget, even last week they scored 3 goals against Village. That's right. So you're looking at 11 goals in 2 games, in 180 minutes, 11 goals. That's not bad at all. Even though the opposite game, Boulevard, is still questionable. But in St. George's themselves, again, it looks like getting the best players back, the whole boy that was out, getting a few back of the injuries back, the players that were injured.
Right.
So I'm sure against Boulevard, they probably came out and they decided that this is how we're going to be. We're going to make sure we give Boulevard no room, and I'm sure Boulevard must have struggled with that. And again, when watching St. George's play, when they like against North Village, you could still see a lot of attacking qualities. Right. So if you're gonna say, well, okay, let's pressure Boulevard and see what they can do, and then once the floodgates open up, it was just I heard it could have been on to be 10 or 12.
Right. I'm pretty sure St. George's will want that form come Sunday coming in their league match to get themselves out of this close, as we know, relegation battle, because it's
Yeah,
heating up down there, and they find themselves near the wrong end of it. I mean,
that's
when you
right.
start looking at Somerset's just behind them. Social Club is there. Somerset, St. George's have 11 points. Somerset have 8.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and Crossroads have 5. And you'll see next week there's some tricky matches because Somerset are hosting Young Man Social Club, who have 12. So they're going to want to
Oh,
look to put some, yeah,
yes. Yeah.
it's going to
I
be
think I
very,
think St. George
very
will get over the hump. I think they will. You know,
interesting.
it's with those two victories, I'm sure it's definitely gonna boost morale for
Right,
one. But
right.
I don't see them. I think maybe you're looking at them to take the pressure off themselves. They need two victories, two
Yes,
more victories to feel that themselves comfortable. And I
right,
think
right.
I just believe they will be all right with the talent that they got. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, on Friday night, out at the Devonshire Recreation Club, Devonshire Cougars defeated Robin Hood uh, 6-3. Now, here's a team, Devonshire Cougars, in second place in the Premier Division on goal difference. I'm sorry, they're in third place. I'm sorry, they're in
Yeah.
third place
Right.
after
Yeah.
they lost. They're in third place. And here's the team in second place in the first division, Robin Hood. Robin Hood might be feeling good about themselves. They got 2 goals from Clay Darrell and a goal from Detroit Smith. They're scoring 3 goals against a top quality Premier Division team, despite giving up 6 themselves. Um, Devonshire Cougars would have to look at that.
Hmm.
Yes, football's played on the field, and yes, teams will get chances. But if you're giving up 3 goals against first division opposition, it's gonna be a little worry.
It would be. Yeah, it would be worrying. For Cougars. But uh with Robin Hood, with the players that they got. Robin Hood, I remember was it last year? Last year in Norfolk, they played Paget, or year before last when they had to play Paget, and they were in the quarterfinals for the FA. I think it was last year.
Mhm.
And then it was a test for Paget. And I think what you're seeing here today is the same thing. It's a resemblance of that game
Mhm.
with Cougars and Robin Hood. Robin Hood's promotion, if they've got promotion hopes, which I know they have, right?
Mhm.
These are kind of, I guess the FA will probably be a bonus for him. But there's
Yeah.
also, you can kind of say, well, this seems to be what's going to happen for them if they are promoted. You know,
Mhm.
the games like that they will be that okay against Cougars, but in league, if they are promoted, come play in the league and play against Cougars. You're looking at
Mhm.
playing against, and I just keep saying that, and I said it last year. But Magic, watch those games when you got to play a Friday, Saturday night up in Somerset. What's then
Mhm.
you got the next week you got to go to St. George and play. So it still bodes well for Robin Hood. It's not
Right.
disappointing. But even if they don't, well, being knocked out of the competition, but I sure think they do believe that they can be promoted this year.
Sure, sure. I mean, it's in their hands. I can't see them catching Devonshire Colts because I can't see Colts dropping any. If I can't see them dropping many, if any, points at all. But Robin Hood have put themselves back in second place. Boulevard's right behind them. Wolves are there. It's just a matter of keeping their eye straight and just take control
Yeah.
of what you can control. Win your games, and you don't have to worry about anybody behind you, kind of thing. For Devonshire Cougars, they got 3 goals from D'Amico Coddington, and then Dimitri Daniels, John Simmons, and Elijah Darrow all added a goal each. But for Cougars, scoring 6 goals is a big thing for them. I mean, they've been quietly knocking in goals. They were marching up the table. At one point in time, they were sitting on top of the table. In the league, they've scored 32 goals. That's the most so far this season in the Premier Division. So they're able to score goals. It's just they've given up 14 league goals, and then these 3 against a first division outfit. One day you're not going to be able to outscore another team, and that's when you find yourself in trouble, especially if you're giving up goals. So
Yeah.
for Kwame, it's working on shoring up that defense because clearly they have the power to go forward. it's the defending part that I think they're struggling with.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, that result against Somerset, that loss up there, that was a shocker, I'm sure, to the
Yes.
system, But of course, you always wonder what Cougars is, because every time I read, the Kwame's comments after the game, yes, we won, but we're still not where we should be. He said that quite a bit. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not really totally satisfied with even with the 6-3. There's still probably some things that he still needs to be thinking about, and that's defensively also what you're saying. Because you do know when he gets into those tight games like against North Village, which seems to have the number this year, or against
Right.
PHC, right? Those two teams, like Cougars had to play against them. You find them not. That's where they're really tested. So I think again the Cougars, this victory, that victory it's gonna help boost. It will boost them around.
Yeah.
But in terms of them, the league situation, that's what they have to think about in terms of the top three teams they be playing. And playing against St. George ain't gonna be easy. Anybody that's got St. George in second half, it's not gonna be easy.
Right. Especially if they have all the players back.
Yes.
Would allow them. I mean, it gives the coaching staff a good headache. Who do we pick?
Yes.
Then yesterday at the Southampton Oval, there was a bit of a rivalry between the PHC Zebras and Southampton Rangers. PHC came out on top 4-0. But one of those things, it's always tricky when you're playing a rival, and with Southampton Rangers and PHC, that's a quote unquote big rivalry, no matter where they are in the standings. As we know, Southampton Rangers are in the first division, PHC are leaders of the Premier Division. I think watching some of that match yesterday, I think PHC controlled the tempo, they controlled possession, they controlled how they wanted to play, how they how they dictated how Rangers played. The 4-0 was the goals they put in, but I just think the players that were on the field figured out how they wanted to play, and Southampton Rangers put up a low block, and it was PHC's job to figure it out to get the goals they needed, and they done that. Southampton Rangers created chances. I wouldn't say they didn't. They did create chances. Unfortunately, on the day they couldn't put any of them away. But PHC, the dominant team they are in the Premier Division, showed that dominance again in play yesterday.
Oh well, yeah. PHC is on a roll. They really, they just seem to be getting stronger and stronger. The last 3 or 4 games, look how many goals they scored.
Yeah.
And an abundance of, and it's coming from all areas of it's not just from one player, Enrique.
Right.
But I think they are the team to beat now. I was saying about North Village at the beginning of the season, but I think PH is the team to beat now. They're hitting on all cylinders at the right time, and they're just getting better and better.
Right.
They're just getting better and better, really. And everybody I speak with watches them as if they, the league contenders.
Right.
League. Yeah, that's what you hear. But I don't see them faltering too much now.
Right.
And you think
Last
you think about
season, we noted, they were a machine orchestrated by the late Marco Warren.
yeah.
This year, we were worried whether or not they'll be able to have players step up. And if you look at it, they've scored 23 goals, but they've only given up 6 goals.
Oh,
They've only given up 6 goals.
that's
And
right.
you mentioned Enrique, he has 7 goals. Keyshawn Bean has 5 goals, and Kadeem Abraham has 4. So they've got a well-rounded group of players finding the net, and then you have others who have chipped in with other goals. So it just seems to be.
Um,
Sorry about that, Punchy.
oh, no problem.
Internet problems. We are back. And as I was saying, we were talking, what were we talking about?
I think we're talking PHC.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah,
the fact
and
that
any rivalry and Rangers. My take on Rangers is that okay, you know, Keith Jennings is first year up there, rebuilding, of course. I'm very interested in seeing, because I haven't seen them play now, but who's there, and what does he have at his disposal to work on, and what's his thought process? I'm sure he's not thinking about promotion. I really don't think so, and I don't think they have enough good players up there. I really don't think so. No,
I was really surprised because he has been playing in league matches, and we're talking about Keith, but he didn't play yesterday. He wasn't even suited up to play. I didn't know if he was injured or not, but you know, it was one of those surprises that I felt if he was able to help guide them by playing, I think he gets more out of them. Some coaches are guys that are on the pitch that can help their team, and some can do it on the sideline. And I just think if he injects himself into the team, it actually makes the team a lot better.
Yeah, I'm sure whenever Keith's presence and when he comes on, you know, the type of personality he has, you know. But yeah, it's probably, maybe he might have been injured. And you know, because I'm sure he would want to have played in that game.
Right.
You know, it definitely would have wanted to play. He would have wanted to play in that game. About the rivalry that still exists, because you go back in the heyday, the Kenny Burks and the PhD, you know, Rangers to be packed up there. You know, and great games. But now you can see what's happening with Rangers, and we speak about that all the time. What's happened at the club, you know, the footballing part of the club. What's going on with that for the last couple of years, and it's not been very good. It's going to take time to rebuild, and I'm sure Keith's going to have his work cut out for him, for sure.
Right. Well, let's take our quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the matches that took place today, and obviously we'll be bringing updates from the match out at the BAA field, which starts in about 9 minutes. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Putting down the weapons.
You seeing this? Better Than Bouillon is an oft-featured organic food producer who believe that great recipes begin with great ingredients. This judiciously named brand is aimed directly at the primary stages of meal preparation in the kitchen, replacing traditional bouillon cubes and the like with bases made from organically produced meat and vegetables, resulting in a higher level of purity and a more robust flavor. This month we're featuring Better Than Bouillon organic bases, made with roasted beef or chicken or seasoned vegetables. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
How you doing? It's Coach Bascom here. Listen, I just want to introduce, to let you know that, guess what? Oh yeah, I've been endorsing Salt. Now, you know what this is for, right? Yep. Smelly shoes. You know, those days that you're coming back from training, sneakers. Yep, you start, you know, you're sitting them in your house, you got them in your room, and you got them in your closet, and you know, you're getting that smell come through. Well, this is what it's for. Excited about it, excited to promote, because I believe in it, because I know when I was playing outdoors especially, this is definitely what I needed. Hey, even look at the packaging. Very, very professional company, done on so much work, yeah, with the material, with the bag. Listen, I'm excited about it. Glad to be a partner with them. Glad to be endorsing this product, yeah. And here we go. Get your bag.
Thanks.
And welcome back. Well, these two teams have met 3 times since January 1st. I'm talking Devonshire Colts and St. David's. Rioka recall on January 1st, St. David's defeated Devonshire Colts in the Shield final down at Wellington Oval. But since which, in the other 2 matches, last week at Lords and St. David's, Devonshire Colts edged out a 2-1 victory with a injury time goal from Shamal Henry. And again today, it was late, 81st minute. The only goal of the game came, Shamal Henry again scoring to send Devonshire Colts to the next round of the FA Challenge Cup. So St. David's, in the first game, Devonshire Colts really piled on the pressure against St. David's and kind of defeated them handedly. But since which, with their players from overseas and a little bit of belief, St. David's actually feel like they can match Colts. Colts didn't play well today. Neither did St. David's, to tell you the truth. Both teams struggled with the conditions, wind, rain, and so forth. But you know, St. David's held their own today.
That's about it. You know, I mean, deep in thought about that. You know, what's going on down in St. David's, like you said, with the added players, the players come back from school. That must give them must be a big plus for them, as you can tell by the results against Devonshire Colts, who we know are going to be promoted.
Right.
But a little setback for Colts in the you know, won't be you know, double champions as you know, league and friendship. I mean, Shield. But yeah, that's look at the time of the game. Look at the timing of the goals too. Late.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, St. David's. I'm sure with Keyshawn. I don't know if Keyshawn played today, but
He didn't play today.
He definitely adds knowledge to them. So I guess, you know, with St. David's been doing so well against the top, like Devonshire Colts, it must be again a morale booster. And I'm very happy for them. What's going on down there? I hope they can keep the momentum up. I'm not saying they're not promotion hopeful, so I'm sure of that. I don't think so. No. Yeah. But you know, the results against Devonshire Colts have been very, very good.
One thing I know, Ray Jones, the head coach of Devonshire Colts, is going to really have to work on over the next few weeks is the players' mental preparation for matches, because I think sometimes now that they have this big lead in the league and they feel like they're invincible, they tend to relax in games. And there are times where they can be hurt, you know, by just taking your mind off of what you're supposed to be doing for a split second. And, you know, that I know he would want to go through the league undefeated. I'm pretty sure some of the players will want to do it. It's just how you approach it and how you manage it, because, you know, you put yourself 10 games in, 10 victories in the league, you know, and you don't want that record to be blemished, but you have to make sure that everybody understands the job isn't over until that last whistle goes, the last game of the season, if you want to remain undefeated in your league.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be Ray Jones' dilemma, you know. the mentality of the players. I've never been in that position myself in terms of trying to get a promotion for me actually playing. But that, it's challenging for Ray in terms of when you have players that you are the better team in that league. You definitely know, right? And then continue on to make sure that you have, okay, our standards don't drop. Let's say we had a one-off day when we lost to St. David's in the cup, but let's keep our league standards high, and being able to transform that mentally over and over again. That's with the new type of players that we have in Bermuda, right? I'm sure that's a challenge for Ray Jones. It's got to be a challenge for him. I don't think he's looking too far ahead in terms of what happens or what he should be looking like next year, right? But I think just keeping the players focused and accomplish something, because they haven't lost in the league. Am I right?
No, they haven't lost in the league yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's still something to really achieve here. That's what Ray Jones would have to try to do to galvanize them to mentally. I think that's a better way to galvanize them mentally, so that they can go on and try to go the whole season without being beaten, which I know they're capable of doing.
Yeah. With the team they have, and they've already played, I guess, the toughest opposition in Robin Hood. It's just a matter of taking care of those teams immediately behind them. But you can't overlook anyone. Again, like I said, you come in thinking you've already won the game before the game starts, and then once the rot sets in, you really can't get yourself out of it. So that's the mental part that I'm saying that Ray's going to have to work with those players, because I'm pretty sure he sees some players dropping off in their performance, and it'll be a bit concerning, and he would have to deal with that as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I would think so. That would, like I said, that would probably be his what would be on his mind most of all. Can we keep mentally
down at Lords and St. David's? It could be a blessing for Ralph Bean and his team, as they can now concentrate wholly on the league, as they were knocked out of the FA Challenge Cup by Corona League team Tough Dogs on kicks from the penalty mark. It was a period of time just recently where we were talking how well Crossroads had bounced back. And they were a team. We said, okay, here the run starts, because they've been able to make a run the previous few seasons and bail themselves out of that relegation. But when you go down, I mean, Donovan Thompson struggling to score now. They got a goal from Tom Whitman. Whitehead, and that came in the 51st minute. Or the 53rd minute, and then 9 minutes later, Thomas Brown equalized for Tough Dogs. And any team, if you look at it, any Corona League team or any First Division team that's playing a Premier Division team, you're looking at it saying, today could be our day. We just have to be in the right place at the right time, and look at Tough Dogs. They were able to pull it off. And to be honest, let's not beat around the bush. Tough Dogs, it's a group of players who could possibly still play in Premier Division teams and or Division teams, but just don't have the time to train. Good evening, Coach Keita.
Good evening.
But they're still capable on the day of beating anyone, and then today they did just that, and beat Crossroads on kicks from the penalty mark. So, and I said it could be a blessing for Crossroads. Now Ralph could concentrate on survival and not have to worry about, okay, let me put this down and worry about the FA Cup next round. When that FA Cup next round date, he could be working with his team on some special things that they need to work on to make this run for survival.
That's I don't know. I think Gumbo will probably be upset about this. With that result, he will be absolutely livid. I would think so. You know why? Well, let's say you got Tough Dogs in the FA Cup. Okay, I'm looking at that for 30 minutes after you run them off the field, you tire them out, then you can go and you should be able to go on and win this game. Now you're talking about 90 minutes and the score is 1-1. That means something's still not right there.
And
something is right there. Definitely, definitely. Then you go to extra time, not score. Then go to penalties and lose. Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow it's going to be disappointing. I know it. You're gonna hear you're gonna hear all it from the chatter from. No, I don't. Earl, I don't think Gumbo was happy with the results. He can go and think about the league now, because that's all he has to
Coach,
play for.
I don't know if you've
That's about it.
been.
But they are.
Welcome.
Yeah, I thought for a fact that
But Coach,
they
just
turn it
hearing
around.
that Crossroads went out of the FA Cup, share your thoughts on how do you think Ralphie would be feeling right now?
I just, first of all, out of the three of us, did either of you guys pick Tough Dogs?
No. No.
You're a person or something's not right.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I'm in or.
Yeah, Uncle. But
Right.
I don't know where Earl is.
Oh, okay. He's had a little problems. He's had a few problems with his audio there.
I mean, I can answer his question, dude. I don't know. I just kind of felt that Tough Dogs would be up for this one.
Right.
I felt that Tough Dogs would go, would go all out. And as he said, there are people that play for Tough Dogs. There are guys that play for Tough Dogs that could probably still be playing in the Premier League, right? I knew initially the Corona League was set up for guys that weren't going to play in the league anymore. You know what I mean? Or I don't even know if it was the age range of players that could be playing in Corona, but that would definitely be a heartbreak, because I would wrestlers that Gumbo would have thought, yes, I got a good draw, but the fact that he did get Tough Dogs wasn't so much of a good draw for him.
Yeah, Coach. I would be concerned for Gumbo in terms of the mentality of the players after this loss. How like I said, haven't start think that they're turning the corner to start getting the results that they need, and then all of a sudden today go down there and I have to give kudos to Tough Dogs. I'm sure they have, like I said, the players that are capable of making a team in the top division, but they just can't train for any reason. So they decided to play for Tough Dogs. But physically, I thought, well, this should be after 40 minutes. This should be a one-way. It should be.
Yeah.
They should have just overrun them. They should have just overrun them off them physically. But wow, that's just to say what Gumbo is facing. That's what Gumbo is facing. I'm sure about.
Did you guys discuss the Boulevard St. George's match?
Yes, we did. We have. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been that's definitely a confidence booster.
Yes.
I see Giroux sent the crock pot. They're a crock pot team, meaning that they're just warming up. Do we think that it's too late? Is it too late? Is it still, well, they're still in the FA, right? So they're still in contention for winning a trophy. I didn't anticipate. I selected St. George, but I didn't anticipate that scoreline. But I also appreciate that scoreline, because it shows the seniority of a Premier Division team over a First Division team.
Which exactly, Coach. Exactly. I would have thought that
PAC Rangers. Yeah, PAC Rangers result. That's a given. I to be honest with you, I thought the St. George's result would have been the PAC result as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, I would have. Yeah, you're right. I was talking about that. What Keith tried to do up there on Saturday was pack his defense, put a lot of men behind the ball, and it took PAC time to break them down. It took them time to break them down, as Earl was explaining, and there was a little bit of frustration from the PAC supporters, and how they went about to get the victory. And it's difficult sometimes when you're thinking of it. Okay, we're going to frustrate PAC. We're going to pack man behind the ball and possibly get them on a counterattack, which failed, as you could tell by the result. But I expected that result with Rangers. But getting back to St. George's, I think St. George's themselves, You know, what that would be, what, 2 games, 11 goals. That's a
Confidence
good
booster.
line.
That's a
Yeah.
good confidence booster. I
That's
mean,
a good. Yeah.
you
Nobody
know,
in it together.
a draw against North Village. I knew they would have
Yeah.
probably been disappointed to not hold on to that lead. North Village scored 2 good goals to tie it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
St. George's definitely would have gone into that match on a high and capitalizing on the things that they did against North Village, knowing that they can get the job done easily over Boulevard Blazers. I just see Danny Tons going up one. Who Danny Tons playing?
Something.
Somerset.
Danny Tons up 1-0.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back, Earl. Thanks for joining the show. Appreciate
Thank you. I'm glad I can join. But Coach, I don't know if you answered, because I was asked about
Yeah,
how you think
yeah,
Ralphie
we
Field be bounced
we
out.
talked about it. Yeah, we did. We talked about it.
Okay.
I heard the question, but you were just frozen. And then you ran out. So yeah, we discussed it.
Right. Okay. All right. The next match was obviously an old Premier Division match. Hamilton Parish edged out Paget Lions 3-2. Parish were up 13 minutes. Justin Keon Knight scoring, but Paget clawed the game, and he first to make it 2-1 in the 28th minute, and then they got another goal to make it 2-2. 8th minute, Parish got a winner scoring from the penalty spot. Clearly, these two teams are switching, I wouldn't say places, but switching how things were going earlier in the season. We've seen Hamilton Parish now of late come on strong, and we've seen Paget kind of stutter. You know, they haven't fallen down the table. They, you know, but they're getting draws. Where before, and it's just been we've seen this turn from Hamilton Parish that we expected in the season, but now we're getting that. So looking at Hamilton Parish, Coach, where do you think it puts Sergio? Because he must be feeling good about how the results are going.
I would be very interested in knowing the what's happening in training, because it's not just happening. It's not just clicking on the field. Like that's not how this game works. What has changed in their training habits? What has changed in their belief? What has changed in their mindset? As you said, they have been picking up victories. You know, in some of their losses there, they were just not capitalizing on their goal scoring opportunities that they were creating. Now, have they been doing some work on finishing? Have they worked on the parts of the game that was letting them down? You know, they weren't a team really leaking a whole lot of goals. But, I mean, except against, I think, BAC. But at the end of the day, something has happened in their training sessions. And maybe off the field stuff that's happened that has helped them turn this corner. And Sergio would be he would be happy with the results that he's getting. Because, you know, when you're winning, that helps with how you approach your next match. You know, you win that game, you're hungry. You want to play that next match, you know. And I guess similarly could be said when you lose a match, you can't wait to play the next one to forget this one that you lost. But when you're winning, like, you're just hungry for more. Like, you can't wait to play the next game. And I think that's where Sergio would have his players, and that's where their mind would be like, okay, who's next? Like, you know, they probably feel like they can take anybody on, and then that's a good place to be.
Punchy, looking at Paget, got to be a little worrying right now. Although I think they're safe to stay up, but it's got to be a little worrying now. Is the season too long for this team?
Oh, good point. Oh, good point. What is it? What is the you know, if injured players are injured, the what does he have a backup if some of your best players are out? And look at the results. You're talking about Patriots results. It's you're right too. Look at how they just, I wouldn't call it falling from grace, because at the beginning of the season, they were lead the league. But I think I spoke about this last year about, getting to this level, getting to the first division, and then, what is your expectations with what you have to work with? And I think they might be falling short in terms of quality, and in terms of a good score, goal scoring threat. Do they have a good enough striker? And I don't think Antoine's not playing regular. I don't think so. But these results are probably what I was expecting of it. Once you saw Jordan against Somerset, you lose against Cougars, you lose against, I think they lost to St. George's. So it now it's up to the players to try to bounce back from this loss here. And, so the other DFA, what's next? They're not going to win the league. So my thing is, let's settle down again. Let's see how far we can go in reaching a good position in the league, and build on what's left, if I could say that.
Right. Yeah. That's obviously the key. What they're gonna focus on next, and make sure that the season is a success. Staying up, obviously, the ultimate goal. On that. Finish strong, so it'll be to see how they make out through that. We're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, we're going to look at our picks and obviously the picks for the next round of matches. We'll be right back.
Better Than Bouillon is an oft-featured organic food producer who believes that great recipes begin with great ingredients. This judiciously named brand is aimed directly at the primary stages of meal preparation in the kitchen, replacing traditional bouillon cubes and the like with bases made from organically produced meat and vegetables, resulting in a higher level of purity and a more robust flavor. This month we're featuring Better Than Bouillon organic bases, made with roasted beef or chicken or seasoned vegetables. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
How you doing? It's Coach Bascom here. Listen, I just want to introduce, to let you know that, guess what? Oh yeah, I've been endorsing Salt. Now, you know what this is for, right? Yep. Smelly shoes. Those days that you're coming back from training, sneakers. Yep. You stop, you're sitting them in your house, you got them in your room, and you got them in your closet, and you're getting that smell come through. Well, this is what it's for. Excited about it, excited to promote, because I believe in it, because I know when I was playing outdoors especially, this is definitely what I needed. Hey, even look at the packaging. Very, very professional company, done on so much work, with the material, with the bag. Listen, I'm excited about it. Glad to be a partner with them. Glad to be endorsing this product. Yeah. And here we go. Get your bag.
Putting down the weapons.
You seeing this?
And welcome back. We've lost the coach. That should be back shortly. I'm pretty sure of that. Well, Punchy had we had the picks from last week, and I just want to quickly go through those. I'm just going to back to mute this. Last week we had, here's Coach. Welcome back, Coach. So we're going to talk picks from last week and obviously from this week. Last week it was not a good week for any of us. Coach, you got 5. Punchy and I got 3. So Coach went to 64, 63, and Punchy went to 62. So we move on to this week's FA Cup. And in the Boulevard St. George's game, we all took St. George's Colts. In the Devonshire Cougars Robin Hood game, myself and Punchy took Cougars. Coach took Robin Hood. She's looking for that upset. In the PHC game, we all took PHC. We all took Devonshire Colts to defeat St. David. However, Coach gained back when she took Tough Dog to defeat Crossroads, and they did just that on Kick from the Mark.
Well done. Yes, well done.
Yeah, we all took Hamilton Parish, and they defeated Paget 3-2. We all North Village Rams as they defeated Social Club 3-0. Now, the funny thing is, we all took the Somerset Trojans in tonight's match, and as we know, they are on 1-0. So we're going how that ends up. The results will be the same. Coach Keita right now has 70, and is she current leader. Be on 69, and Punchy will be on 68. So it is still tight at the top. Coach is smiling now. She's got her horse out in the front.
I want to keep playing now. Tell you, when you're winning, you want to keep playing.
Very much so.
All right.
But I want to talk before we end. Speak about the All Stars that took place yesterday. I don't know if you guys talked about that in the beginning. Very, very good showcase of local school talent. A bit disappointed in the support or the turnout. As a coach yesterday, I saw
when the primaries were on. There was parents show up for the primaries. When you get into them in the secondary.
Oh, totally. But just Bermuda as a whole, we pay $40 to go watch our international teams play, but free football, and from time to time, I when I'm watching cable, which is very seldom, I channel surf. And when I look at like the Jamaica school tournaments, their stands are full. And not everybody there is related to somebody who's playing, but for me, we went to Barkley or whatever, rooting for the West. I just feel that more people should come out and support these youngsters, because we talk about country pride, but like, who are we playing for? What are we playing for? It's a little heartbreaking. To those who did come out, it was great. The atmosphere was great. The music was good. The football was good. It was really good football being played, and a lot of our national team players were representing the East or the West yesterday, from the under 15 age group all the way up, to under 20s. And, I want us to support our young people a bit more. It was a free event. You could have watched football from 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock last night, free. And not, I was talking to Manny throughout the day, and he was like, these games have gotten better. It was times you were up there and it was like, now it's a good time to go get lunch, because it just was, the level was poor. But that's not the case. Both girls and boys. The level is so much better now. And, it's not the All Stars of back in the day, Darren Lewis, Dean Miners, PAC Field. But it's not far off. And from every position on the field, the physicality, like even in the middle school boys game, like the physicality, I was excited. It wasn't dirty. It was just aggressive and football. You know what I mean? These boys going into tackles. And what I really
what was good to see, Coach. What was good to see was how some people represent their club. They play hard for that, but it was not just an all-star, but it was an all-star game. They wanted to win, whether it was the US, they wanted to win. So just to see that, I think that was the thing that kept putting a smile on my face, because here were these young people out there.
We lost him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to continue on what he's saying, is that's true, is that they just played hard to win. And what I also appreciated was the team that didn't win, the camaraderie with the team that won. They were hurt, they were upset, they weren't just like, yeah, well, whatever, we lost, and didn't care. But it was well done, good job, high five, congratulations on winning. And so for me, I just want that stadium to be filled with Bermudians, up there watching these young people perform. And I was excited. I was excited. I don't have to scout at that level anymore, which is good for me as a senior coach. But to be able to scout for like Don Vickers, who was there throughout, watching himself, but as a BSSF executive member, to be done on the field and to just have conversations. A parent hit me up today. My daughter said you spoke to her, and I was like, yeah, we would like for her to join the National Academy. It's just like she's elated, and this is how we have to build this. And so, it was just really good to see the level of football yesterday. I was excited. I got there a little bit late, snapping a little bit, but when I got there, I was like, I didn't want it to end. I didn't want it to end,
Yeah. Congratulations to all the young people that and they're the East or West. I think just to play on the field showed that we are got a bright future here.
And Earl, I don't know if you were there for the middle school girls.
Yes, I was there for the middle school girls. Yes.
Little girl, the MVP for the West, the goalkeeper, Samaj Basin Scott.
Yeah.
She's the same little girl who Dale Eve gave his gloves to all them years ago.
Oh wow.
She's the same little girl who got Dale Eve's gloves.
I don't think she knew too much about it, but she made me say it.
What? No, I know she's so brave. She's got all it takes, man, and she just has to grow a little bit. But it was just amazing that that is something. She got MVP as a goalkeeper, and when we made it to the Gold Cup, Dale Eve, gave her his gloves, and I'm sure she still has them somewhere, but she's still following that dream.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Peter, was it the question I would ask about that? The promotion, was it promoted? Was it advertised? Was it in the papers?
Yeah, it was. I don't know as much as the papers, but it was definitely all over social media.
Oh, okay. Because the reason why I had a discussion with some guys on the field, I didn't even know nothing about it, and I would have liked to have attended that. I would have definitely attended. I think maybe it would be good if what would be more than helpful if it's more, having it being promoted more, so that the public will know more, because that was what I was hearing on the field today, from people talking about. The display, the talent that was on display, that the ones that did go, and it says, but they got it through. I think they got it. The people that went got it through word of mouth or something like that. So I would definitely have liked it, and I do agree with you also, Keita. When you look at the matches, the school matches on Jamaican television, and I see it too. So which what it used to be like, and I went up there about a month ago. I think I went. It was a school. I think. Your son was playing in the game there. I
Yeah,
forget
Barkley,
The
Barkley and
school
MSA
final.
played in the school
Yeah, and I
finals. Yeah.
saw some of the games, and I was very impressed
Mhm.
with the quality and the
Yeah.
behavior, and
Yeah.
it was really good. So
Yeah.
hopefully that will be. I think it's very important to support those type of competitions.
Yeah, and I
think-
will,
yeah,
as a BSSF executive as well, we will discuss that and discuss
yeah,
the
yeah.
promotion part. We tend to forget that there are people that don't watch people's statuses or go on Instagram and
That's right.
all of that stuff. So we assume that everyone will know the information, but definitely need to promote it a little bit better. We had some hiccups. Believe it or not, we struggled a little bit to find coaches for teams. But something that was amazing for me was the middle school girls and high school. The high school East team were current senior national squad women's players. Was coaching those teams.
Yes.
And it was sort of a blessing in disguise that coaches didn't offer to coach those teams, because that aids what it is we're trying to do with the turnover. So, to see those young, Dominique, and to see people come out of their comfort zone, like Dominique Braun is a genuinely a quiet person. I mean, in my space, I don't know what she's like out of my space, but her and young Catherine Bean, Lazari, Samira Darrow, and Tasnee Bubler as the coaches of those teams was such a great feeling for me. Like, I was Tasnee's. I was her kind of her manager, her equipment manager, really. But to be on the other side, as her assistant, was such a great feeling for me to see the next generation now, taking up these coaching opportunities. So, it was just a beautiful thing yesterday, in many areas.
Yeah, definitely. And may continue. Yeah. So let's look at the picks for the matches coming up this weekend. Punchy, your first up on Saturday at the Wellington Oval, 3:00 in the afternoon. Parish will host the North Village Rams.
Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting, that one
I'm so
there.
glad you're first, Uncle.
Oh yeah.
I hope I was
Wow.
second.
You know what,
Yes,
Earl and Coach Cheetah, on the last two performances in the last month, North Village has been stumbling. They haven't been playing well, and they weren't good today. Even against St. George's State, I found that maybe St. George's let the games slip away from them in the dying states of the game, or of that game. Wow, this one is a hard one. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, the way Paris is playing, I would look at it a draw.
Okay.
I'm going for draw.
Okay. Coach?
North Village. Be all right.
Okay.
North Village.
And I add on North Village, as I honestly think, again, in this league so far, Kenny, other than that PHC match, Kenny has figured out a way to. And I know this will be a tough match. Seem to be on a high. North Village not going to want to give up that chance. It's down to 3 teams now. You don't want to lose no ground now, so they'll come prepared and ready to play. So I'm going to take North Village for that game. All right, Coach. 9 p.m. up at the Somerset Cricket Club on Saturday. It is the Somerset Trojans versus Young Men Social Club. Somerset Trojans currently are on 8 points. Social Club have 12 points. Somerset are in 9th place. They trail St. George's by 3 points.
Somerset. I'm going with Somerset. Coming off of playing against Dandy Town tonight. It's not over. Depending on that result, I think that Somerset are finding some things that's working for them. Coach Jensen is finding some things that's working. So I'm gonna go with Somerset.
Go with Somerset as well. I think that after that win at home, I think they feel as if that's gonna become a fortress for them. Left up Somerset, but they've been at home, so I'm gonna take Somerset for this match against Social Club. Punchy?
I'm gonna go with you both. I'm on that side too. I don't see Social Club going up there and winning next on Saturday night coming. No, I'm gonna go with Somerset on this.
Okay. Next match, St. George's on Sunday. Now, I'm going to say Crossroads has been a big pain in the butt for St. George's.
Don't matter. You can put me down for St. George's.
But on current form and been going, I'm going to take St. George's to be Crossroads. Coach has picked St. George's. Punchy?
St. George's to beat this. To St. George's.
Okay. Well, Ralphie, well, got you. You got your back up against the wall now, Ralphie. So time to come on swinging. All right, Punchy. On Sunday, the Southampton Oval, the Paget face the Dandy Town Hornets.
One. You know what? Depending on tonight's result, I think this is a tricky one. Another tricky one here. If Dandy Town win tonight, I think the momentum. It might. I'm thinking that it would shift. I think I'm gonna go with Dandy Town on this one next Sunday.
Okay. Coach?
I don't know. It's like I want Dandy Town to win, but every time I pick Dandy Town to win, they don't. So I didn't pick them tonight. But I Dandy Town. I don't think that Paget's gonna have what it takes to overcome Dandy Town, and Dandy Town's getting some results on. So yeah, I'm gonna Dandy Town.
I'm going to go with Paget on this. Small field. They're going to want to, and Dandy Town have been suspect at the back of all season. I'm going to give Lions a nudge for this one, probably 2-1. I'm going to take Paget. Coach. This one here is the doozy. 6:30 at Devonshire Recreation Club. There's only 2 teams left. Devonshire Cougars host PHC Zebras.
PAC 2-1.
2-1-2.
2-1 PAC.
Okay.
I was asked that question earlier today, so.
Okay. All right. Well, on current form, I've got to take PHC as well. I don't know if it'll be one, but I got to take PHC as well. Punchy?
I'm in the same boat with you all about that. I think on current form, PHC to win this. Just by the displays that's been shown, the results have been shown the last 3 weeks. Don't want it up and up. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think PHC will beat that game on Sunday. They will beat Cougars at home.
Yeah. And then Summers Cricket Club in Island Rangers host Devonshire Colts. I've already put down Devonshire Colts. Punchy?
Yep, Devonshire Colts also.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good. I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Punchy, you're up. Saturday night at BAA Boulevard take on Wolves.
Oh wow. That thrashing that Boulevard took, I think they'll bounce back. Wolves is in disarray from my chats with people. They're in disarray. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Boulevard to win this, sir.
Okay. Coach?
Yeah, Boulevard's gonna want to bounce back from that 8 slamming from St. George's. I hope that's what they do. I hope that they say, you know what, we need to bounce back from that. That was just a blip. But then I know Wolves on the day can just trick you. But I don't know. Wolves haven't been in that space that they were in before, so I think I'm gonna go with Boulevard.
Okay. Well, this Boulevard are really interested in being promoted, or they after this heavy loss to St. George's during the season away. I'm going to take Boulevard stay in contention, and it's going to come down to them facing Robin Hood for that other promotion spot. So for that, I'm going to take the Boulevard Blazers. Okay. Coach, on Sunday, Vasco take on St. David's.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go St. David's. I'm gonna go St. David's. A narrow defeat to Devonshire Cold shows that they're obviously doing some things right. So yeah, St. David's for me.
Mm-hmm. In the last few games, I think Vasco's proven they've figured out what the problem was mid-season, where they're pretty good and then they had some struggle. Pull off a few victories of late, just enough. It's this time around. I would acknowledge that St. David's have been playing better. They have to show up a little more in the league with the results, but I think Vasco will edge them this time. Punchy?
No, I'm gonna go with the coach. I think St. David's have shown that the results that what they've been achieving against what they achieved against Devonshire Colts. I just think that Vasco, even though they beat Wolves last week, and like I say, Wolves are definitely having the problems. I'm gonna go with St. David's to win this.
St. David's. Okay. And the final of the weekend, we'll see Southampton Rangers host Robin Hood. Robin Hood or Rangers will put up a good show. I'm going to take Robin Hood. Punchy?
I'm gonna go with you on that, Errol. I think like I said, I think Robin Hood has a much more to play for in terms of what they're looking to do, and so I'm sure that they'll get that job done against Rangers next week, even though the Rangers are hurt. I'm picking Robin Hood for that.
Mm-hmm.
No, even though that was a good bomb burner the other night, the Cougars, I still think that I stand by my decision to have selected Robin Hood to win that game, and it wasn't a pushover, but I don't think Rangers, even having battled the PAC, we're going to be able to pull off a victory. So I'm definitely going to go Robin Hood for this one.
So you're going with Robin Hood.
Correct.
It dropped out.
I dropped out? You can hear me?
Yeah. So you took Robin Hood?
Yes, Robin Hood.
Yes, I can hear you.
Robin Hood, yeah.
Okay, Robin Hood. Okay, that's correct. Okay, all right. To defeat Southampton Rangers. Okay. Well, folks, I want to thank you for your evening. Again, congratulations to all those who represented their school, who represent the East and West All-Stars yesterday. We want to wish you all the best, and we look forward again in another All-Star, if not another final representing your school. And for those seniors who go on to we want to say thank you very much for entertaining us on Saturday night at the National Sports Center. With that, folks.
Good night.